What's good, everybody? We are back, second week in a row. Consistency,
Mm-hmm.
consistency.
Finally, some consistency,
Hello,
bro.
finally, bro. Welcome back, everybody. It's podcast and as always, Jojo and Isaac. We're here to discuss what's happening in football, and today's a very special day,
Yes,
right?
sir.
We have transfer stuff to get into. We got the PL games from last week to get into. There's just so much to bite into, man. So let's get right into it.
Yes,
Isaac,
sir.
how do you feel after coming from the weekend watching that football, man? Let's start with United. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's start from home. How do you feel, man?
Hey, chaotic week is all I can say. It was a chaotic
It
week,
was
right?
okay.
Like losing to Grimsby,
Yeah.
shit, that was a dark, dark day. I'm not gonna lie. Like, bro, Grimsby. Fun fact, that game was the first time I've ever heard of a team called Grimsby. I'm
Me
not
too,
lying.
bro.
You know me, I play FIFA a
Yeah.
lot. I study a lot of
Yeah.
football. Like I know
Uh
teams,
huh.
even teams in second division.
Yeah.
Like I know, bro, Grimsby I've never heard of
Chile,
before. Grimsby,
like,
what the hell?
we talked about the game the last podcast, and you said Grimsby. I'm like, oh yeah, bro. Like we're actually playing those guys. Like, it was just a
Bro,
fluttering. You know what I'm saying? And no disrespect to anyone from Grimsby who this video might fall on. All I'm saying is we're not alone in this feeling. Like,
yeah,
and rightfully so, it's a fourth division
Grimsby.
team, right? But like we lost, man, and we lost in a very interesting way. How do you feel about that? Characterize that loss for us.
Honestly, like when I saw Grimsby on the line, I was like, you know what? First game of the season against Arsenal, we put in one of the best performances I've seen in a while. We're very like unlucky not to get at least a point from that Arsenal game, right? We have a better goalkeeper. We'll probably walk away with a point, right? If our strikers or our forwards were finishing the chances they created in that game, right? We probably win that game as well, right? Against Fulham again, we miss a penalty. Cunha hits the post. Like you look back to all these moments, you're like, damn, we actually could have won at Fulham as well. Anyway, bro, going away to Fulham is not an easy thing to do. We still went there, we got a point, right? So you're thinking Grimsby would be like, okay, this is a chance for us to, our strikers to get their confidence up. Let them just go score a bunch
Right?
of
Like
goals. Sheshko is just
target practice. With all due
like it was
respect.
just gonna be like,
Yeah.
yeah. Even me, I was like, this is the time for Kobe Manu because we talked about Manu as
Right?
well
And
as
he
to whether he
started.
should stay away. I was like, no,
Yeah.
exactly. I was like, this is
Right?
perfect
Yeah.
game. Kobe's just gonna walk in there, just build some confidence, and then we'll finally have a chance to see it. And then the game starts, and I'm like, wait, what the hell? I couldn't believe what I was watching. We were being dominated, Jojo. Like
Proper domain. Like,
dominated, bro. It's not like we were
no.
proper being played. Like it's not like Grimsby hit us on a counter or something. Bro. No, bro, they were balling, man. And I'm like, what the hell? What the hell, bro? This was supposed to be just a very simple ease through kind of game, bro, and it ended up not being it. I mean, yes, second half they tried, but at that point, it's like Ruben. We have to even talk about Ruben after that game and what he said because that was also
Yeah.
crazy. But one of the things he said after the game was like, guys, like, forget about systems, forget about like with all due respect, it's a four division team, bro. Even if you play 2-1, 2-1, 2-1, or one defender or 5-4, bro, you have enough quality as players to win that game,
And he's
regardless of
not
the
wrong,
system.
bro.
You get what I'm
He's
saying?
not. He's
He's
not
not
wrong.
wrong. Like, this is not a system
Yeah.
thing. Like, bro, you should be outrunning them, outpacing them, out energying them, like out shooting them,
Everything, bro.
everything. You should pin them in the position you have.
Everything.
Like, it has nothing to do with the goalkeeper. Like he said it, bro. This is the kind of game where you just pin them, right? Our goalkeeper really shouldn't touch the ball unless with his feet. And Ruben said that after the game. So, bro, that game was just like it was
Yeah.
weird. It was honestly weird. I can't even describe how I was feeling that game. Like after the first, I was like, man, this team is not serious. I just like I didn't even want to watch the game. I did finish it, but after the game, bro, then I listened to Ruben Amorim's interview and I was
Yeah.
like, dang, bro, nah, we have really fallen far, far, bro.
Nah, dude. I.
Nah, nah.
I'm trying to pull up the match stats right here because I feel like I need to contextualize what I want to say with the data. And brother, hey, dude, let's first throw in some facts,
Hey,
right? And I don't know if this is true, right? This might not be true. However, what I heard was one, Grimsby rotated that game, right? Someone correct me in the comments, but Grimsby's top striker didn't start the game.
Hey, we also rotated
I didn't
Georgia.
know our
Hey, in
rotation
our
like this
defense, you know
different, bro.
what I'm saying?
What?
Bro, in our defense, Fernandes didn't play,
Nah,
man. You
not
know what I'm
even,
saying?
bro. Not
Fernandes.
even, bro. Dude, we should have been able to bring people from our academy. Or maybe that's saying too much. But
Exactly. No, yeah, I'm not saying too much. This is the kind of game where,
like,
Chido walks in there, you know what I'm saying? Shea Lacey and these man, them just go in there and
bro, even
cook.
some academy players we never heard of should be able to come and dominate, bro. Grimsby rotated. Also, these guys are part-time footballers, bro. None of these youths actually plays ball full-time. They're part-time electricians, plumbers on the team, bro. You know what I'm saying? So these guys have added responsibilities. Like the guy has to clock in tomorrow. I mean, here's the worst part. Here's the worst part. The entire Grimsby value of the team, not even the salaries, the value of the team, right? Multiple of our players could buy Grimsby team, bro. Jadon Sancho's salary alone for the year, bro, could afford the whole team. That's dude, and this is a player we don't even play, bro. Bro. So, like, at least for me, right? When I thought about those stats after the game, I said, nah, man. I feel like that's hyena that they said Pogba buried in Old Trafford, yeah.
It's still there.
Because you can't explain those stats to anybody, bro. You can't explain it out to this other than like this is witchcraft, bro. These are otherworldly forces. Now let me get into the football, right? Where do we even start, man? Like we fell behind both times, and we came back. That last minute header from Maguire, very classic, right? If there's less extra time, we lose that game in 90 minutes. That header from Maguire was also a bit lucky because I think it took a deflection going in. And Maguire, he's in those positions to do that,
Yeah.
right? And, you could say Fergie time, whatever, but it shouldn't come to that, bro. Like you said, this was supposed to be a confidence boost ahead of our game this week and ahead of our game next in 2 weeks against Man City. This was supposed to be the perfect
Yeah.
bounce back, bro. Like the perfect morale booster. That's why I was so happy that he rotated the players. Because give these other players a time to shine. Like a time to, at least a chance to earn their way on the pitch. Like you said, you're like, Kobe Mainu shouldn't
Exactly.
be expected to play all the time because he hasn't, shown enough. This is his chance to show he got it, bro.
Yeah.
And man was defeated.
And he didn't show anything.
This was nothing, bro.
He didn't show anything, but man, them is knocking on the door. I
Hey,
want to go on loan. I want to play. You couldn't
you
show shit
couldn't,
against
bro.
Grimsby.
So it's hard to fight for a player like that if, when given the chance, right, you don't show up. And the truth is that you're not gonna get that many chances because you have to execute, bro. Right? Look how much time we've spent talking about Grimsby Town, bro. Like, this,
Hey, shout out to Grimsby,
shout out to Grimsby
Shout
though.
out to Grimsby. I've been following their social media. They're cooking. Apparently, they announced over the weekend. They announced they are starting 11 with a tactics board. Hey, generation cooking, bro.
I can't,
Their manager was holding a tactics
bro.
board, bro.
I can't even be mad at it,
Yeah,
bro.
bro. Like, hey,
They've earned it.
fair play.
They've
Oh,
earned the ability to troll us, bro. Because we played an ultimate shit game. There's no explaining it. We can get into the stats. I have them pulled up here, but we had more possession, more shots a goal. Like we had less saves, which means that we're attacking them more. Like we forced more saves out of the keeper. But all that
bro,
that
all of
doesn't
that
matter, bro.
doesn't matter, man. Shit, all that happened even in the second half.
Exactly,
Like,
bro.
it's irrelevant. Like, this was a honestly, you know what? I want to take you to to Ruben's reaction after the
Yeah.
game. I don't know if you watched that interview and what he said, talking about, his players speaking loudly and all of that. What did you make of that? Because a lot of people, including myself, I thought, hey, man, this man, he's walking, oh, bro. He's cool.
No, like I won't. I didn't stay the entire time because admittedly I was frustrated, bro. I was mad when I saw Mbemo was scared that when I saw Mbemo was trying to hit the post. What? It was a working day, bro. I closed the computer. I went back, bro. I didn't catch all of it, but I caught a couple of glimpses. When I was talking about just how badly the players played, right? But like, what did you make of it when you saw it? Like, what was your initial reaction?
Honestly, me, I was like, yeah, I think this guy is done. I think he doesn't want to be here anymore. I feel like, I don't want to say the job is too big for him, but I feel like he thought it would be simpler than it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I went back to his first interview. He's like, you see an idea. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, Ruben Amorim, bro. Moncler Amorim, bro. We're like, hey, our manager wears a Moncler. We're like,
Ah, dude, like our mind just dripped out.
my man is gonna
Yeah,
cook.
bro.
Dripped out, bro. Aura.
Or
Aura, bro.
farming,
Bro,
bro.
after like 7 months, he already has. Have you seen his gray hair? It's already showing,
Yo,
bro.
Charlie, he's
Hey,
stressed.
my man is
He's
suffering.
stressed.
It's suffering. So honestly, like what he said after the game, and for some context, like essentially he was like, like the players spoke loudly to him today. Like they've told him what they want from the
Yeah, I
game,
saw
which
that. Yeah, I saw that.
if
I
you are
saw that.
trying to,
Yeah.
yeah, if you're trying to read in between the lines, that's like him saying these players don't want him. They want a different kind of manager, and he was like, well, shit, you can't change 22 players again, right? So that made it sound like my man is trying to quit or whatever, right? And then they interviewed him like in his press conference before the Burnley game. They asked him about that, and he's like, guys, it's emotions, right? Sometimes I'm gonna be happy, sometimes I'm not gonna be happy, sometimes I'm gonna love my player, sometimes I'm gonna hate my player. So he said he's going to be like that, so we should get used to it. And I'm like, all right, bro, I guess shit, it is what it is. So me, I'm like in between. Like I like him for that in the sense that finally we have a manager. You know how Ruben speaks sometimes, like, yeah, that's that same thing too. Like he doesn't lie to us; he speaks the truth all the time, right? So sometimes it's refreshing to get about. There are times where you're like, damn, bro, this is a Manchester United manager, man. How can a Manchester United manager be like, you know, almost like giving us a threat that he will leave.
I mean, that's what it's come to, bro. No, no, see, like that's how far we've fallen. And I like how you brought up the whole United manager part because, and this might be me being a bit nitpicky, but I didn't like how he wasn't looking at the penalties, bro. Like how he was tucked away in his, in his seat, and even the penalty against Burnley, right? The guy was like this, bro. Like I just feel like that might be Amarim. I haven't seen what penalties look like for Sporting. I don't know if he did that for Sporting. However, I just didn't like that, and that's telling, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, in his defense, right? So after the game, they asked him about it, and he's like, bro, guys, forget about the penalties. His point is that we should never be in that position where we need a penalty.
bro,
You
fair
get what I'm saying?
point.
So I can't blame the guy for not watching a penalty if he feels like, nah, his team should be so like even let's even move like straight into the Burnley game, for example, right? Jojo, you can't watch that first half and tell me, bro, we shouldn't have like ended our first half 5 or 4 or 6 goals, like minimum.
Yeah.
Bro, we should have scored like, bro, what is Ahmad doing there? Eh? Joshua Zexi, man. What is all of this fancy touches, bro?
Okay.
Like, if you look at all those chances,
You know
man,
what?
in the end, at the end of the day, we are left with needing a 97th minute penalty. And that, to be honest, that foul was scam. It was like,
No, Ahmad,
man, I
Ahmad
don't think it
milked
was
it. I
really a
think Ahmad
penalty.
milked it, but we'll take it.
Exactly, right? So we would take it, but we got away with one there. So I don't blame him for even not, because at the end of the day, it shouldn't be a pressure penalty. It shouldn't be. You get what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, we should have ended this game first half 3-4-0. We just control the game. We're done. Then nobody has to worry about looking at the penalty or
Fair
not looking at the
point.
penalty,
Fair
bro.
point, but I feel like that also might seep into bigger games, right? If we're playing Man City and we win into penalties 2-2, no one is having this outrage that we did for Grimsby, right? But I still feel like he might shy away from the penalties. And not even because they're penalties, just because at that point, man, the pressure you're feeling as a manager is just too much. And maybe it's because, like you said, you underestimated what the pressure was like. But in that moment, man, fuck, screw everything else that's happened at this point. You're taking penalties. Dude, people need to look up to you for some sort of hope, some sort of reassurance, man. He's the captain of the ship after all. Like, we could chat all. Like,
That's fair.
Ferguson is, dude, Ferguson is not tucking himself away like this. Mourinho is not doing that shit. Fuck it. Even, fucking Ole is not doing that shit. And Ole was the softest manager we've had, bro. Like, I just feel like in that moment, at least as a fan, we're taking penalties against Grimsby. Like, shit has hit the fan for real. Seeing the manager like that, and then they made the memes about it too, man. They turned him into a DJ, like, bro.
Bro, that game was a generational meme generator. Honestly.
like,
Like,
if you guys have watched all this far, man, I think you can feel our pain. We haven't even talked about football mostly. We're just ranting because.
bro, we have it. We have it.
Okay. Let's get into the football. Let's get into the football, right? Grimsby was a shit show. We're out. It is what it is. Maybe more time to focus on the PL and making sure we don't get relegated. You know what I'm saying? Burnley game. Burnley game, we missed a lot of chances in the first half. Sheshko still didn't start, and I don't know, man. Sheshko was supposed to be our piece of the striker pie that has come to the PL. Strikers have invaded the PL this transfer window. We got Sheshko. We're like, okay, cool. We got a piece of that, right? He could have gone to any other club, but we got a striker too, a striker that other teams wanted, and I feel like, like I want to see more. I want to see. I don't know, man. I wish I could watch training so I could be convinced about what's to be. Right? He feels like Florian Wirtz low key right now, bro. Because
And like, but that is not necessarily a bad
it's
thing.
not.
Like that's how I look at it, right? Like when I watched Rubin's interview, like before the season started, talking about Sheshko, and he was like, we should leave him alone. If there's any players we should be putting pressure on is Mbeumo and Cunha. Why? Mbeumo and Cunha are both like 25, 26, experienced in the Premier League. They are the ones who are here to handle the pressure. They are the ones who are here to be scored. Like Mbeumo has already started doing, getting in the goals. Cunha before his injury too has been very, very like good in terms of like showing how he can move the ball, drive the ball, creating chances. He has already hit the post as well, right? So they are the players. Me personally, I'm honest. To be very honest with you, I'm not even thinking about Sheshko. If it was up to me, I probably would even still be starting Xerxes. Allow that. I know that because of the price tag, we think we've signed a striker who's ready to go. Honestly, he ain't. Like I've seen him in these few games, these little cameos, and you can't see, bro. The physicality is gonna be an issue. Even Florian Wirtz, he's just getting knocked off the ball, like as if he's not there. You get what I mean? Like there's no time for the guy, right? And so honestly, if you think about even the chances we are, a lot of people like even complain. Myself included, when I saw that lineup against Burnley, I was like, wait, what is this guy doing, bro? Strikers, man. But in that first half alone, we had over 15 shots, Jojo. Over 15! 15 shots. Like, you finished that first half 3-4-0. Now Sheshko is coming on without pressure. He's feeling calm. He's feeling comfortable because it's not like he needs to score a goal. You get what I'm saying? Like, we need to be finishing off these games, like finishing our chances in the first half and things like that, so that the pressure is not on Sheshko. Like me, honestly, personally, I ain't expecting much from the guy. If he scores 10 league goals this
That's
season,
a
I'm
win for
fine.
you.
It's in Mbeumo that me I'm looking
Fair,
like George.
fair.
Honestly, like I've we need to look at the thing the way it is, right? Not most footballers, bro. It's like a 1% chance that young footballers are gonna be at that level at that age, right? He's around the age at which, funny enough, he's around the age at which Alexander Isak was signed for Newcastle. Before he came to Newcastle, who thought he was gonna be like a
I mean, he was
world
cooking in Sociedad, bro.
top
He was
level striker?
cooking, bro.
Bro, he wasn't cooking shit. Jojo, don't lie to
No, for
yourself.
Sociedad standards, he was cooking, bro.
My man, he scored 9 league
For
goals
real
that
Sociedad,
season before he was signed. What are
yeah,
you
bro.
talking? Even in his first season at Newcastle, nothing, bro.
Okay,
Nothing. He didn't do
fair enough.
anything. So it takes time. It takes time. And then he had his, I don't know, breakout 2 seasons ago when he was like 24, 23, 24. Now the experience has come in. Now he's what? British record fee striker now. So you never know, is all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Sheshko is just like 21 or 22. You get what I'm saying? So me, I'm calm on
Now,
Sheshko.
look, I
Right?
hear your point, and I
That's what
agree with you for the most part. But allow me to introduce the other side of the argument. The
okay.
most unfortunate thing for Sheshko is that he's playing for United. That's the most unfortunate,
True.
right? And by that fact alone, the
True.
standards are different. They've all completely changed. Because even if it was Isak coming in his position at his age, I would say the exact same thing. And maybe Isak's trajectory would have been different, right? Maybe he got blessed playing for Newcastle first so he could come up. You feel what I'm saying? Sheshko has
True.
gone right
True.
into the deep end, bro. And unfortunately, these are the expectations that come with that. That's the sad part. Especially because he's here to fill in that number 9 gap. The gap that we've cried so long to fill, bro. We've shipped up Hoyland, maybe blessed in Napoli. But like, Sheshko hasn't come just to be a participant. That's the truth.
No,
He
I
hasn't
agree.
come to he hasn't come to chill and relax. He's come to score goals. He's come to turn those 4 goals in the first half to 7, man. He's come to and that's the unfortunate bit, bro. He accepted that responsibility. So I hear you when you say that if he scores just 10 goals, he'll be fine. Matter of fact, if he bags that, shit, I'll be the first one. Buy a Sheshko jersey, bro. But the unfortunate bit is, and this might be me being hypocritical as a fan, like there's extra pressure on him, and that's just it. Just by being a United number 9 who's come to fill in that gap. Period, bro. Especially in a half like that one, I wish he had played to see if he could take those chances. The one like Ahmad missed, right? Like, I feel like maybe as a striker, he's a striker. He's supposed to take those. You feel what I'm saying? So
I mean, what we can say for sure is if he's in the same position as Ahmad, I mean, he's gonna finish that. That boy
I
is
want
going
to
into the
know, bro. I
net.
want to know for sure. So let him be played, bro. Let's not guess. Let him be played. Let's let him be played.
I mean, to be fair, I mean, he just came into the door. I mean, he's had a couple of games. He played full 90 minutes at Games Grimsby, which I don't think was the plan, by the way. The manager was like, wait, what the hell? He probably, what the hell is
True,
happening
true,
here?
true.
He ended up having to play the guy for 90 minutes. You get, so he really kind of had no choice. You get what I'm saying? And of course, if the guy just played 90 minutes within a week, probably, will be tough for him to start right away as well against Burnley. You know
I
what I'm
think he also
saying?
had a
So
cramp as well. He
it's
had a
fine.
cramp, I think.
Exactly, he had a cramp at the end of the Grimsby game. So we will get a chance to see him after the 2 weeks against Manchester City. I think that's where he will truly be tested, right? And even in thinking about that, I want to kind of move on to the Arsenal
Yeah.
game, right? Because I want to talk about their striker.
It's always
Eh,
like, guys, always, that guy has more touches on his hair, bro.
bro,
That guy's always,
bro,
oh,
see what I'm saying?
oh, dude, you're an
He's the
Arsenal
one who has
fan,
been
bro.
signed.
Give us one like this.
He's the one who has been signed.
Oh, dude.
He's the one who has been signed to help them win the league.
Yes.
Jojo, he has not been signed to help them finish second or what. He has been signed to win the league. That's what he's
Yeah.
there for. But my man has come up against two big teams, right? He has come up against three like big center backs, right? He came up against, Delete. You can hate Delete all you want, but my guy is big,
boy,
strong.
man.
He's a
Big
powerful
boy,
defender.
big
You know what I'm
boy.
saying? And then he came up against Konate and Van Dijk. And all these three have made him look like a child, bro. Like he doesn't belong. Bro, you can do whatever you want to do against Leeds or whoever. But the games that matter for Arsenal are these big games. You get what I'm saying? These big games against these big defenders. Right? Like you're looking at this and you're thinking, oh shit. Bro, I don't even know how he's gonna perform against Dan Burn at Newcastle.
Oh, no, Dan Burns gonna bully that. Dan Burns what, 6'5"? Oh, dude, it's game over, bro. Game
You get what I'm
over.
saying? Like you're looking at all these and you're like, man, shit. Did we dodge a bullet, Jojo? Did we
Did
dodge
we?
a bullet?
I don't know, bro. I mean, you could say we did. I mean, Gyökeres already had that connection with Amorim long before, so especially with this system. So maybe, what if in a parallel universe, Sheshko and Gyökeres are swapped, bro? Because Gyökeres was molded for this formation, man, and maybe Sheshko could thrive in Arsenal setup. We'll never get to know,
I mean,
but you make a good point.
we'll never
You
know,
make a
but
good point.
obviously, like, Gyökeres obviously is under more pressure at Arsenal because we all know he's there
Yeah,
to
I
win the
know.
league. Sheshko is not coming to help us win the league. He's coming to us to help us not finish 15th. Of course, there's still pressure, but like I feel like Gyökeres is under more pressure, right? But I mean, just even in talking about that Arsenal game in general, I know I predicted Arsenal are finally going to win the league, but there's one critical piece of my argument that I forgot about when I was making my argument. I was talking about, Arsenal have a better
You said
squad
depth. You
on
said
paper.
depth like 10 times, bro.
Yeah, they have a better squad depth, everything. And I still stand by that. They do, right? I mean, you even saw the changes. I mean, to be able to bring on Eze, to be able to bring on Odegaard from the bench. I was like, hey, man, they have depth. You know what I'm saying? Like, Liverpool had to be. I mean, Chiesa, come on. Chiesa is not Chiesa anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
in terms of depth, Arsenal have better depth. But one critical piece of this Arsenal puzzle I forgot was their coach, man. Bro, you've just signed one of the most creative left wingers or left stands or attacking midfielders in the league from last season in Eze. Right? This is a guy who just played and won in a community shield against Liverpool. Same guy, Jojo. He's already played Premier League games. You've signed him. Odegaard, small injury, understood. Saka, injury, understood. Why is he not starting the game? Bro, he started the game with 4 defenders. Oh, bro, forget they are not fullbacks. Those guys, they are defenders playing fullback. 4 defenders and 3 defensive midfielders. I mean, what kind of mentality is that?
No, fair enough.
You get
Fair
what I'm
enough,
saying? And you can say, oh, it's against Liverpool. You know what I'm saying? They did well in the first half. They limited them. Bro, if you keep limiting, what will happen? What will happen is that, you're going to fall down to moments of brilliance. At the end of the day, it's not worth it if you didn't win the
Yeah.
game. Right? It's like Arsenal when they're just not to lose. they would have been comfortable with a draw, whatever. And I'm like, bro, Liverpool are there actually for the taking. If you actually look at Liverpool, they are there for the taking. Because Florian Wirtz is still getting used to the league. They are playing with a midfielder at right back. Like, dude, even Dalot would be cooking supports. Like,
Hey, wait, time out. I see what you're saying, though.
Nah, it was mad disappointing. It was mad disappointing from an Arsenal perspective. And now I'm already rethinking my predictions. But yeah, that's all I have to say on that.
No, see, like, their best player was Zubimendi. I, I don't know, man.
Yo,
Even when I was making my predictions, I just, like I say in a summary, Arsenal just don't feel like they don't have that championship pedigree. They just don't. And that could bleed into the coach. They've bought the players that could get them there, right? But if they're not set up the right way, then what does it matter, right? The same way they scrapped to win off of us,
right.
the same way Liverpool scrapped to win off of them. And like I told you, that's what it means to win. That's why I told you Liverpool would win, because they know what it means to win, bro. Like, this is just one game out of 38, but it's 3 points, bro. Like, it's 3 points.
And three.
These, like,
Three.
dude,
You know what I'm saying?
especially in this league right now, Liverpool had 97 points, and they were second to Man City in 20, way back when. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
those 2 points are important, especially against your major competition. Because now, I really think Arsenal are competing against Liverpool more than they're competing against City, admittedly. So, like, Liverpool just showcased why. And they didn't have the dagger, bro. They didn't have the kind of, like, the bazooka that is Isak, bro. Like, dude, I'm so, and you know, this could be a branch off into that game. You know, maybe when Jesse comes on, we'll talk about Arsenal a bit more. I just feel like, in a nutshell, Arsenal played a very bland game. It wasn't a really interesting game, to be honest, for me. Yeah,
Yeah, it was boring.
it was a bit bland.
Like, what a waste of money,
Yeah,
man. Sheesh.
but Liverpool did what they could.
I mean, up until that free kick,
Oh
though.
no,
Hey,
see,
that free
Kelly,
kick was
hey,
like,
nah,
oh.
look, I feel like, hey, nah,
Oh.
that's. And then you know he was saying, "Oh, let's go check my figure against Turkey instead." Like, this is a baller, bro. Game over.
Hey, yo. Bro, with the hair, the look, bro. All
No, that's
that, man.
proper. That's what winning teams do, bro.
Hey.
See, Isaac, that's what winning teams do, bro. They find a way to win, and that was a moment. But if the roles are reversed, okay, Arsenal had that moment with Declan Rice last season against Madrid. Fuck it, I'll give it to them. But that's not happening again. It's not. I feel like Liverpool could replicate this more, right? I mean, in Arsenal's defense, though, if they're to win the league, they would really have to hope that Salah remains a little bit blunt right now. He doesn't feel as sharp anymore. I think with this new system and the way these players are playing now, it just feels like the new players and just Salah doesn't feel sharp anymore, right? Van Dijk is one injury away from.
I mean,
What are you saying?
I'm like, well, it will take time. Even Vert, like, it would take time for him to really
yeah.
get used to the Prem, you know, thing like that. But hey, they just added Alexander Isak. So,
Dude,
hey,
like,
man, shit.
I don't know what.
Maybe they don't need Salah like.
Bro, that transfer excites me so much, bro. Like, because you know what? Let's fucking get into it. It's transfer deadline.
Yeah.
Where we're as we record this, wherever you're watching from, right? You can drop your most interesting transfers in the comments. But and really, for me, the entire window, bro, for the Prem at least, it's been Isak, bro. Like, I remember the first time I told you when we had this prediction talk, I said Liverpool are going to win because they're behaving like a winning team. They won the league. They go and they go look at all their weaknesses and they go full throttle, bro. Right, into fixing them. It helps that they didn't do a lot of business last season so they could spend. And they've also got a lot of money this season. The net spend for them is lower than ours, bro. Which is crazy. Because they've spent so much. But Liverpool are behaving like a winning team, bro. You go sign the best striker, arguably, right now in the Prem. You go get the best cam in Bundesliga. You go sign the best wing back, bro. Go get another good wing back, bro. Offload your wing backs, bro. Dude. And then your players who are also here last season, like Gakpo or Gravenberch, they're also bowling, bro. That was United. That was United in 08, bro. That was us. That was us. That's what it reminded me of, bro. And now that Isak has come, dude, it's game over, bro.
You think it's over, eh? It's over for everybody.
I just
over for
I
the
feel
league.
bad that they didn't get Gueye. I feel bad that transfer didn't go through because that would have been the icing on the cake of this whole
100%.
Yeah, it would have been the whole talk you were giving of the lack of depth, which I understood. Gueye was a direct response to that, bro. Like Konate, VD, whoever's not playing,
Yeah.
Gueye can come on, bro.
But now Konate is
And
injured, right? He got injured in that
yeah,
Arsenal game, and you're like, bro, so he's gonna be Virgil and Joe Gomez or whoever the hell that guy
exactly,
is,
man.
man. Shit, like
Gray was the response to
that
that.
doesn't necessarily look good.
Especially because he scored a banger. Like, he scored a banger of a goal, bro. Like, this is fairy tale football, bro. I just feel like I don't know about you, but how do you feel about this whole transfer window? We can start with Liverpool because they're impending champions in my eyes.
Um, so here's my thing. My thing is, I think people are getting a little bit too excited, right? Like, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. I mean, getting Isak was a big one, but even for that money, personally, I don't think he's. I mean, he scored like what 25 league
Mm-hmm.
goals, man. Shit, let's calm down. 125 million for that. That's crazy. But anyway, shit, they got it done. They got him through the door, right? The thing though is there's still work to be done in the sense of now how do you fit all of that in together, right? Because you've gotten Ekitike who has had a good start to the league,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm guessing obviously Ekitike is gonna have to go to the bench or maybe try to play from the left side, right? Because Isaac is going straight in. He's starting next game. Liverpool, Isaac is the number 9. That's like 100%, right? So they need to get him into the team, right? They also need to get Florian Wirtz playing, right? Playing and playing well. They need to sort the right back situation because Frimpong is actually out for a while, right? Konate is injured now, so I'm guessing Joe Gomez is gonna come in, right? So there are still some lingering questions that yes, they might still win the league because the other teams are still figuring it out. Like, I just don't. Arsenal at this point, as much as I believe they should win the league, Ateta might be the reason why they don't, right? City, I mean, we have already had a bro. I can't even believe I'm saying Manchester United are ahead of City on the table already. Like, that's crazy, right? So they are struggling. Chelsea, you never know what you're gonna get. It's a young team. They might win 5 sometime. They might also not win sometimes at all. So you never really know. So that might be the reason why Liverpool win the league. But you look at that and you go, shit. uh, I still don't think they're probably gonna beat PSG if they face them again or whatever. So they might not go all the way in the Champions League either, just because of all these questions that I still believe need answering,
Yeah.
right? But hey, I'm not gonna lie, man. That exact siding is mad. Especially if you also think about what Salah brings to the game now, especially now that his ability to take on players is not at the level that is supposed to be. I mean, I've always said it. I'm not his biggest fan when it comes to dribbling and taking on players, but he's an effective. He's like Brian Mbuemo. They're simple things. They just do it very, very well. They are not gonna dribble past 5, 6 players like a Messi or some other winger, but hey, sometimes just a simple pass, one touch pass. Like, so doing that with Isak as the striker, hey, that's gonna be scary for the league. I expect Mo Salah to get a lot of assists, like a lot of assists. Even if he's not gonna get goals, he's gonna get a lot of assists. So it's scary, but I still don't want to say that means okay, shit, it's over for everybody, guys. Because I still do think there are some questions that need answering.
Fair point.
Yeah.
Fair point. And
That-
it's funny because Johan and I were talking about this yesterday, and we said that this is kind of very similar to what Ancelotti was facing with. You have like this star power in which now you have to really rearrange
Yeah.
the team. Like, it's not obvious what the starting lineup is going to be, where players are going to play.
Exactly.
Isak could, drop off to the left. Sometimes he's done that for Newcastle, and we've seen it. He can dribble. Isak can actually dribble, bring up the ball, right? So if one of the
Exactly.
players in the front three is faltering, like Wirtz at this moment, let's say Kitike drop down a little bit, and then they play like as a second striker. Do they come together? Does Isak go to the wing? If Gakpo is in there, does Gakpo come in the middle? Like, it helps that he has options, but now it's not obvious. So now the question is, last year it was very obvious for Slot. This year it isn't. Can he still figure it out? And
I think this is the season we see the kind of manager
yeah,
he is. Last season, I think it was a little bit. It's like, bro, it was already a winning team. They were strong
mm-hmm.
enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you didn't have any signings. There weren't too many
Yeah,
questions. Like, your
exactly.
decisions were made for you
Yeah.
already. You know what I'm saying? So now we'll actually see. It's like, for example, how long is he gonna play vet until he's like, man, shit, I'm giving you too many opportunities. You're not getting there anymore. I need to make a change, right? How long is he gonna keep Szoboszlai as a right back? Because that guy needs to get into midfield. You can't keep quality like that stuck at the right there, man. He needs to move into the middle of
Yeah.
the park. You get what I'm saying? So, like, there are a lot of questions for him to like kind of figure out. So,
No, fair enough.
hey, we'll see.
We'll see how he does it. I'm still very excited about Liverpool's management. Like, I think the way the club is run,
Yeah,
hats off, man. Like, they've done good this
yeah,
season, bro. Salute to them. Proud
yeah,
of the
yeah,
way they
yeah.
run.
Salute.
And I really want Isak to be a banger, bro. Like, I need him to be, because right now he's been vilified by Newcastle, and I feel like he's being good.
Dude,
Yeah,
actually, I think that's something we need to talk about, right? Maybe we can like end on that
what?
note. Like, how would you like rate Isak's conduct in all of this, right? And I want you to answer it also from the perspective, kind of just oppose it with how Gay's deal went,
Yeah,
right? Because Gay, he was the one who was professional, showing up for training, playing
yeah.
everything, doing the right thing. He didn't get his move,
Mhm.
right? Isak did the complete opposite. Isak was like, nah, mate, I need out of
Yeah.
here. And he got his move. So what do you think
I
about it?
mean, okay. I mean, from the perspective of Gay was kind of unlucky. Like Crystal Palace had an injury, and they can't let him go. If the guy Ego got injured, right, and then if Ego remains uninjured, I think Gay still goes. But like you said, he was prime and proper. If he had forced a move, he could have left earlier before the injury, right? And to be
Exactly.
honest, Isak did what he did for Newcastle, bro. Like I can't be mad at that. I'm never gonna be mad at Isak for sticking up for his career because those people who are vilifying him right now aren't gonna play for him, aren't going to, like him if he falters for Newcastle.
Yeah, bro. Like you only get one
You only
career.
do,
Like
bro. And now there was
you
no
only get
other
one career.
perfect time to join Liverpool than now, bro. Like if you think about it from that perspective too,
100%.
what is he waiting for? He can't do a whole other season with Newcastle. And Newcastle made it very clear too that they can go without him. They went and signed two strikers. They got Visa and Vilda. What's the guy's name? Vilda something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Voldemort or something.
Voldemort. So Newcastle went and proved that they don't need Isak. Isak did them a good service last season. Why must Isak now prove that he needs them? When in actuality, it was clear that this Liverpool move was imminent and it was good for Isak, good for Liverpool. I would force it too, bro. And I feel like fans are fans, bro. Like give it a couple extra seasons. Unless you're really that deep, unless it's really that deep for you, people will forget about it. He's not Alan Shearer. Like he doesn't matter that much to Newcastle, to be honest. He does not.
No, it's just like it's interesting, right? Because Newcastle fans are like, vilifying Alexander Isak for what he did. Well, shit, they got Joan Wesa because he did the
Oh
same thing at
shit,
Brentford,
bro. Yeah.
right? Same thing, posting on social media saying I'm not gonna play for Brentford again,
Mm-hmm.
blah blah blah. So what? Now they're gonna, give hurrah to Joan Wissa.
Right.
Look at Liverpool when Trent was leaving. They were on his
Yeah,
neck.
bro.
This same Liverpool is gonna benefit from another player doing that. Like I saw, shout out to not Anish, bro. I saw him today,
Yeah.
bro, on Twitter talking about he's a see how happy he was. No, I
When
remember
Trent
when
was
Trent
leaving,
was
my guy
leaving.
was
He was
not.
like, "Man," and then was angry. I mean, in his defense, his argument was like Newcastle at least got 125
Mhm.
million, bro. Sheesh, that's a lot of money,
Yeah.
right? Bro, trying to left them with nothing. So I get that argument, but still, at the end of the day, you still benefiting from a player saying, "Nah, man, I don't want to do this,"
Do
right?
you know what I
So
would argue?
it's just interesting. I just like it is going to set a precedent, right? Now, we're gonna see this a lot. Players are gonna feel like, nah, man, if I wanna go, I wanna go. And you can't blame them because at the end of the day, clubs will do the
Yeah.
same thing. Like look at what United did. We literally created a bomb squad. Like we want them out, bomb squad. Because we want them
Yeah.
out. You get what I'm saying? Like everybody will try to look out for their own best interest at the end of the day. And it is what it is, man. Like you said, fans will be fans. Right? Like we love to think that players are loyal to us, but we forget this is a career that has what on average 13 to 15
Mm-hmm.
years. Like at the highest level, right? Most people would probably even get less than that, like 10 years, maybe from the time you're 20 till like you're
Mm-hmm.
30, right? Because by the time you hit 30, clubs are already trying to move you on already these days, right? So it's like 10 years, bro. In that 10 years, they're trying to fit a lot in there. And Isaac probably is thinking, bro, if I stay at Newcastle, I might never win the league.
Right.
I might never win the
Right.
Champions League. I might never like taste what that
Mm-hmm.
feels like. You get what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, yes, you could be an Alan Shearer, top goal scorer, whatever. But shit, maybe he wants to be, a Mo Salah, bro, with
And
Champions
who
League
are we to deny
trophies,
him
and
that,
you know what
bro?
I'm
Who
saying?
are we to deny him that? Like,
Exactly.
dude, I could cry. I could sit here and cry about it, bro. But he did what he had to do, bro. He really did what he had to do.
Do what he
Especially
had to do.
because he gave them a good season last year, bro. It's not like he didn't
Exactly.
do shit for them. He was their best player, bro. Like that's why people are mad about this. That's why he cost 125 million. Like,
Exactly.
bro,
Like if he was some shit player, no one
who
would care.
cares? So at this point, like
Like
you can't have your cake and eat it, bro. It's a double-edged sword. This is
Yeah.
why it feels like to have good players
Yeah.
leave, bro. Ask Brighton. They've been doing that shit for the longest time, bro. Fucking Dortmund. Ask them. So I think, bro, I'm 100% on Isak's side, bro. I think you feel the same way. Bro, I'll do the same. I'll do the
100%.
same. And I'm happy he got his move. I just hope he fires, bro. And shit, I think I can put him in my FPL right now. Maybe he gives me some points too, bro. I won't be mad.
Hey, and Liverpool also are about to go on a very nice little
That's what
run,
I'm
bro.
saying,
Nice
bro.
little run of teams.
It
So
might
hey,
be
he
beneficial
gonna love
to
it.
seep him in there. But hey,
Yeah. But me, I need to wait to see if he will actually start the first game.
I think he will.
So yeah,
He's gonna
a
have
little
2 weeks
bit.
of training. I think he'll start the first game.
Yeah, but managers always like to be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Especially because of how well Ekitike is doing. He might feel like, oh, let me,
True. I know. I
create
think.
some
Yeah, I
vibe.
see.
So
I
you never know. But hey, obviously, for me, I feel like definitely the second game after the break, straight away, he's getting straight in. Like, you don't sign a player like that for 125 and put him on the bench. That makes no
yeah, I
sense.
know for sure.
Like, he needs
But
to
you have a
play.
90
So,
million second striker. That's power, man. Top teams
hey,
do that shit, bro. Dude, imagine, bro. They have a 90 million second striker, bro,
yeah,
who's also firing too. These niggas are winning the league. Bro. Game over,
exactly.
bro. We're cooked, man.
We'll see.
Hey,
Yeah,
but
man.
hey, I think this is a good place to stop for now. As we go into the week and roll
Hmm.
out more transfer information. Let us know what you guys want to talk about. If you want to be on here, man,
Yes,
means
sir.
if you want to come and defend your team, bro, by all means, come and chat. We haven't bashed Chelsea enough, but we'll get
Yeah,
Chelsea fans. I'm looking at.
we'll
We'll
get there.
get there.
Yeah.
But until next time, oh, thank you guys for having us, man. We'll see you guys in another one.